In the later months of the year, the North Kaibab Plateau is a distant and unique landscape with limited human activity. A few hardy sightseers drawn here by the opportunity to get a private view of the Grand Canyon, or some hunters lucky enough to draw a mule deer tag in this prized area, are about all you'll run into. But if you are one of those deer hunters, there's a good chance you'll also run into someone like Kathy Sullivan.
So if there's any way your camp mechanic can help you here, bring out the gut pile. I've got a heavy-duty bag for you. And to reach as many hunters as we have, I actually get some help during these hunts, and Game and Fish tries to have about one person out for every 200 hunters. And we think we get about 80% contact with the hunters in the field. So we really end up talking to the most of the hunters, and that is certainly proven when everyone at the check station tells me almost every hunter that has come through has either met one of us in the field or gotten the flyer in their camp, and most of them have talked to me over the years because I've been doing this for 6 years. So I certainly have gotten a relationship with some of these hunters.
Kathy is the California Condor project coordinator for Arizona Game and Fish, and her job is to educate hunters on the North Kaibab about how they can help protect the California condor. The condor had all but vanished in North America until the last group of wild birds was captured in 1987 and a breeding program developed. They began releasing condors back into Arizona in 1996 along the Vermilion Cliffs just south of the Utah border.
Well, the Kaibab Plateau is one of the key foraging areas for our condors during the hunting season in particular. They have figured out when the hunting season is, so they all fly to this area to forage on the wounding loss animals, and more notably probably the gut piles that are left in the field. They're actually getting lead fragments from those gut piles, and lead poisoning has become their #1 cause of death. We've had 19 confirmed cases of mortality from lead poisoning in the condors. We only have 71 in Arizona right now, so it's a significant mortality factor and one that we need to work on reducing.
The California condor is one of the most endangered birds in the world. So to assist in their recovery, Arizona Game and Fish began a voluntary program, which offers Kaibab and Arizona Strip mule deer tag holders a free box of non-lead ammunition. These copper bullets don't fragment upon impact the way lead bullets do, making the remains that these scavenging birds eat much safer for them. Kathy's mission is to make sure every hunter in the area is aware of the program.
If I go into a camp and the hunters are there, I introduce myself, let them know who I am, and I ask them if they were able to take advantage of the free ammo program. If they are using the non-lead ammo, I thank them and explain to them again why that is helping, and ask them or tell them that they just leave the gut pile in the field. It's great food for the condors. The condors are pretty much dependent on the hunting season as a food source, so they're actually helping with condor recovery by using the non-lead ammo and leaving the gut pile in the field.
Hunters who are still using lead ammunition are given a large trash bag and asked to pack up the gut pile and take it to the check station, where an extra incentive is waiting for them.
It's mandatory checkout, so the hunters have to go through the check station anyways if they're on the Kaibab. So if they bring in their gut pile, after we do everything with the deer, the measurements and possibly the CWD sampling, we will collect the gut pile from them and take all their information, including their phone number. Then at the end of the hunting season in December, I do a random draw, and I get to call the people that won the raffle. There's 3 prizes, and I get to call them with a Christmas present with a Cabela's gift card, which was donated by the Peregrine Fund.
During her travels, Kathy talks to a lot of people on the Kaibab. Those who have gotten their deer.
That's good. Is this one of your first deer tags, or you've been hunting a while? Or?
This is my 3rd deer.
3rd deer, okay,
Yep.
awesome. Great.
And those who are still hunting.
Did you happen to get the free non-lead ammo from Game and Fish by any chance? For the hunt? You both did. Great, well thank you very much.
And she approaches each with the same enthusiasm and good humor.
Let me sell this the right way.
Throw rocks at it? That'll work for me.
It's harsh language and sharp
language and big rocks.
Okay, so there are condors out here.
The hunters who choose to use non-lead ammunition do so voluntarily, so it's important to Kathy that she contact as many of them as possible and get them on board with the program.
So the condor population in Arizona is a 10J population, and that's a special rule of the Endangered Species Act, so it's actually an experimental population. And what that means is land management practices will not be changed because of this Condor program. So everything we do is on voluntary efforts. So that's why Game and Fish, and working with our partners like the Peregrine Fund, is working so hardly to educate hunters and get them involved in this process. And it's worked really, really well over the last few years.
Hunter Scott Lips from Buckeye and his group are going to use copper bullets for the first time on this mule deer hunt. So far, they are happy with the results.
It shoots very well as far as compared to the practice ammo. Her gun didn't need to be adjusted at all. She shoots a 100-grain bullet. My gun had to be adjusted just a little bit. It shoots a little bit lower, a little bit to the left, but that was no problem. We adjusted for that and we were okay.
So just to show you how successful this program has been with getting hunter participation, before we started the free ammo program, we surveyed hunters up here, and less than 5% of them were using the non-lead ammo. The first year of the program in 2005, that increased to 50% of the hunters. Now, for the last 4 years of the program, we have had 85% participation or better, and this is all a voluntary program. So it's been very, very successful. Now we're trying to extend this program up into Utah, because what we're finding is the birds have discovered the hunting season in Utah too, and they are certainly getting lead poisoning from up there. So until we have the same level of participation from hunts up there, we're probably not going to see a significant decrease in condor lead poisoning, and that is our goal. So our focus is to continue in Arizona and extend the program into Utah.
The California Condor is the largest land bird in North America, with a wingspan of up to 9.5 feet. They can weigh up to 25 pounds and have been known to travel more than 100 miles a day in search of food. In prehistoric times, they ranged from Mexico to Canada, but now only 2 recovered populations remain, one in Arizona and one in California, for a total of less than 200 birds in the wild.
Yeah, this is a good faith effort on the part of the department. Really proud to be involved in this effort. It's a proactive conservation effort. Once we realized this was a problem, Game and Fish got right on it and started an education program, and then the free ammo program and the gut pile raffle being an incentive program. Back when we started this in 2005, most hunters hadn't heard of copper bullets. So by showing the hunters these bullets, letting them try them for free, we're finding that most of the hunters really like the bullets, and they are willing to purchase them on their own and use them again in future hunts.
I read the stuff, I guess Kathy, you sent that, right? I read that, and you know, I thought about the condors, and I thought it was so cool that we were trying to save them. And man, we're part of it. We're able to be a contributor to saving those guys, and I didn't see a reason not to do that. You know, this was perfect.